So, this is Breanna Stewart. This is the current MVP of the WNBA. Definitely not gonna win MVP this year, but somebody that could well win Finals MVP. She won MVP and not Finals MVP last year. Either way, that's absolutely relevant for the video. But she kind of said something about Caitlin Clark that a lot of people are taking as disrespect right before Caitlin Clark has to go and play the Liberty tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about it in this video. Before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 17.2 thousand subscribers by the end of the day. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for all the support recently. It has been absolutely berserk. But anyway, as you guys can see right here, she did an interview with Flau'jae, who obviously is a player that played with played with Angel Reese in college, and basically she's talking about all the rookies, and when talking about she didn't necessarily say anything negative about the rookies, and this is the one thing I will always say when it comes to a lot of these players is that there's very little, I think there's been almost zero disrespect about these rookies since they've been in the league. And not even since they've been in the league. Since about the midway point of last month, you can't say anything negative about this rookie class. You really can't. Caitlin Clark's been that good. Angel Reese has been better than people are expecting. So it's like 100 times better than people were expecting. So it is one of those things where you're like, it's very, very hard to not come off as completely salty if you're actually going out there saying something negative about these rookies. But basically what she said is that Caitlin Clark has range. And then talking about how Angel Reese, the way she's constantly working hard, doing all the dirty work right now, rebounding, steals, making sure she's in the action in whatever way she can help her team. She didn't say who she thought was the best rookie, which rookie has impressed her most. She was literally just asked about all the rookies, and this is what she said. But if you were to ask Breanna Stewart who's rookie of the year, I would be 99% sure she would say Angel Reese. And that's not a disrespect to Caitlin Clark. Just like when you ask Lexi Brown, who is a known Caitlin Clark hater. Let's be real. Lexi Brown was a known Caitlin Clark hater. Lexi Brown had to guard Caitlin Clark. And then she's like, oh, no. No. Caitlin Clark, yeah. She's as good as advertised. Caitlin Clark is that good. And I think you're seeing something similar here with Breanna Stewart. Like, Breanna Stewart's team, the Liberty, have played Caitlin Clark's Fever 3 times. And other than the second game where Caitlin Clark hit some circus shots against them early on in the game, they have locked down Caitlin Clark. They held Caitlin Clark to under 10 points twice. Lainey Hamilton has clamped. She's absolutely clamped Caitlin. She's clamped her. She's one of the two defenders. Her and Carrington have been the two defenders that don't need blitzes. Like the Liberty do blitz a little bit, but they don't need blitz. They don't need doubles. They will just stop Caitlin Clark scoring the basketball. Like, I think against the Liberty, if I'm not mistaken, Caitlin Clark, was it 5 assists or something in the first quarter? Like, she still, up to a point, had a good game. After that, she just completely, the team just dismantled. They fell apart. But that's the thing, is, the Sky have beaten the Liberty. And Angel Reese has given Breanna Stewart tough job twice. She has given Breanna Stewart a really, really tough time twice, especially that first time, where she didn't outplay Breanna Stewart. But she was a big reason why they were ahead early in the game, because she clamped Breanna Stewart through halftime. And then, down the stretch, Angel Reese hit some massive shots. She hit some massive, massive shots. So, the way I'm looking at it is, you're looking at, it's just what you value. And Lexi Brown, I think, said it perfectly when you're talking about these rookies, is that I think everybody in this league has accepted these rookies are both incredible. I think everyone in the league, there's nobody that's going to be out there and saying, publicly anyway, saying Caitlin Clark sucks, because, look, it's not going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look considering the Fever, regardless of record, the Fever, what are they, 8-12 right now, or 8-13? So it's probably in and around the record they're expected to have. 8-13 through 22 games, they were going to win 15 games. That's probably what they were expected to have coming into the season. Let's be real. If they won 20 games, it's great. If they win 17 games, it's their best season in a freaking decade. So, both rookies have come in and been exceptional. And it does just show that I'd say a lot of the bigs in the league, if you were to ask A'ja Wilson who's the better rookie, she would say Angel Reese. If you were to ask Diana Taurasi who the best rookie was, I don't know what she would say. She doesn't have any rookies on her team, so she'd probably just say if there's a Mercury rookie. if you were to actually to ask her off the record, she would probably say Caitlin Clark. It really just depends on what you are looking for. And at this point, I think the Rookie of the Year is as good as tied. Like, you can have your opinions either way. Like, I'm of the opinion that what Caitlin Clark does in the offensive end is something that I think she's this just unique player. It's like, do we want to go with what the status quo was in the WNBA? And if that's the case, Angel Reese is doing what she's doing. Like, she's going to be, this is a league, this is a bigs league, this is not a guards league. And she's looking like she's a jump shot away from being one of the best bigs in this league already. Or do you want the zag player? Do you want to zig, vote for Angel Reese? Or do you want to zag and say, you know what, Caitlin Clark changed the entire game in college. There's a reason why people are watching her, and she's doing that exact thing now. She's leading it like a 7 seconds or less fever, who look good when they're the 7 seconds or less fever, and everything goes through her. When the Fever are looking good, everything, whether it's as points, assist, hockey assist, when the Fever look good, everything goes through Caitlin Clark. So if you're asking me who my vote is for Rookie of the Year right now, look, again, we're halfway through the year. We're halfway through the year. It's a long, long year to go. If you're asking me who my vote would be, it would be Caitlin Clark. But to say that what she was saying was disrespect, because people are like, oh, she talked about, wasn't asked about one rookie. She said, first she spoke about Caitlin Clark, then Reese, then Cam, and she said, Caitlin has range, but Angel does it all. Basically, yeah, that is what she said. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying one or the other deserves Rookie of the Year. I think we're now at the stage where it's like the idiots have left. Like they're still on Twitter, but like the idiots aren't watching games. Like I genuinely saw, it wasn't Caitlin Clark post, but I legitimately saw a post yesterday talking about how Luka Doncic is actually the 5th best player on the Slovenia team. And then someone was like, have you watched the game? Did you watch the game? He goes, no, I just can see it via the box score and advanced stats. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Either way, it is it's a very, very tight Rookie of the Year race. And I think one of the biggest reasons why Breanna Stewart, of all people, probably isn't that high on Caitlin Clark. And I would say, like, even the Connecticut Sun, one of the games Caitlin Clark balled out. The game where where the Fever almost beat the Sun. Caitlin Clark balled out. But Caitlin Clark has yet to really have a good game against the Liberty. She's hit some circus shots, but she's yet to have a good game herself. And the Liberty have had the Fever's number. Other than one game where I think it was like a 12-point game, the Liberty have beaten the Fever by 40-plus points twice. So this is a team that has made Indiana look terrible. They have made Caitlin Clark look terrible. So it's no surprise the best player on a team that has made Caitlin Clark and her team look terrible isn't the highest on Caitlin Clark. And there's only one team that I think have, with the way this season's gone, have are completely well within their right to say, yeah, maybe she's not that good, and it's the Liberty. So that's not disrespect towards her. Like, as a basketball player myself, I was always, okay, I'm not going to rate a player until they've either cooked me or cooked my team. If they've done neither of them, are they any good? And I would assume there's a lot of people that have the attitude like that as well in the WNBA. You're probably not watching a bunch of other teams' games. You're probably watching your own team's games, seeing who you play against. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.